Well, guys, man, we're excited. Today is the day we get to fire up this Donk, junkyard Donk, man. We've been working on it, doing a lot of stuff. We brought it back from the dead. Motor's ready to go. I'm here with my buddy Charles, and we're gonna basically make it happen, man.
So just putting the fuel pump wire back on real quick. Just plug the coils back in. We're getting ready to see if this thing will light off.
Love God, love family, love racing. Here we go. So I'm gonna take you guys back on a little refresher course on how we got this Donk, how everything happened, and to the condition that it's at right now. So once upon a time, we owned this vehicle. It was like roughly 8 years ago. It was a project then, and it's still a project now. If you wanna check out the full story on how is it that we got it, here's the link to that video. So we went to this tow yard / junkyard to see the car, and it was at that moment that we decided to take it with us. So we loaded it up on our trailer and brought it home. Once at the house, we decided to really dive in and address the situation. We noticed that it wasn't in the best of shape, and it almost had a Flintstone effect going, and there was rust everywhere. We were originally gonna do a full restoration and build a top 5 Donk. And let's say, speaking of Donks, I wanna set the record straight of what a Donk really is. It's not just anything on big rims. It's actually not even this, definitely not that, and for sure not that. It's actually a 1971 through 1976 Caprice or Impala. That is it. Now back to the build. So we weren't going top 5 Donk. Actually, we were gonna do the opposite. We were gonna do a top 5, but it was gonna be a top 5 worst Donk. Hence the name that we gave to it, the Junkyard Donk. Junkyard car and junkyard motor. And speaking of motor, check this out. You know how they say that there are the top 5 donks? Those are like the best donks out there. These people are putting the best of the best, whatever they could do to it. I'm gonna show you guys that this is gonna be the top 5 worst donk, and it might be #1 on that list. Let me show you. So we've gone ahead, man, and bought the best of the best, man. We ended up buying this dart block. Solid dart block. Hell no, man. That's a stock 5.3, bro. We're gonna put pistons, rods, everything forward, spend a ton of money. I don't think so, not happening. We got these 2 twin precision turbos, top of the line turbos, negative eBay Chinese crap. Man, I'm telling you, we're gonna build a monster on a budget. But even before we drop this bad boy in, you know how they frame off, rotisserie, you name it, the way that they put these frames in. So we're gonna go ahead and make sure before we drop this baby in that we powder coat, this frame right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and just begin to, powder coat black. I'm gonna powder coat black this frame right here, powder coat paint. You know what I'm saying? It's powder coating, man. It's custom powder coating on a budget. So after the powder coating fiasco, we had our buddy Charles come over and we went completely through the motor. We put a cam in, we did heads, oil pan, lifters, new oil pump. Three clicks, 2 clicks, what is it? Turbo 400, turbo 350?
3 clicks back.
3 clicks back on a PTC converter. We don't put no junk in there.
10 TH PCT.
PTC, PTCT,
PTC.
PCP.
PTC 10 TH.
So we finally dropped in the 5.3 and we made it into a Turbo 400 built by our good friend Tom. That's how we put in an LS in a Donk. Ready to go ride it on 26s. We could not neglect, and we also had to address the Flintstone situation. So I'm working on the Donk today. Got some patch panels. I'm gonna try to fix this floor. And by the way, if you're doing any kind of restoration to any car, take the safety precautions, safety measures necessary. I actually had something fly in my eye and then had to have it surgically removed. I want you to know the importance of wearing something like this. I was grinding
a little earlier before I ended up painting the floor and all that good stuff. And I ended up getting something lodged in my eye just because I wasn't wearing this. I mean, I was wearing a face shield for a while, and then I couldn't get into a spot with the face shield. And instead of switching to these goggles, I decided to do it without them. And lo and behold, man, I got hit. I'm gonna show you this little graphic image of what this piece of steel looked in my eye. And I mean, boy, did it bother.
We also did some rear end work and suspension work. We changed out the old shocks for air shocks, and we did a new posi and new gears in the back. Also did all new brakes in the back.
You think I'm gonna be riding around in 26s? I know that the body of the car is not the greatest. You think I'm gonna be riding around in 26 with this old junker? It's like a clunker, man. 47 years old, man, and it's gonna go to smithereens. I'm gonna put this last shock in. Look at it right here. Air shock. Air shock. New. 0 miles. Monroe. Check them out. Let's go. You know what they made the back of a jack handle for?
What?
Breaker bar. You gotta break in a nut. Stick it, the ratchet here.
We added a fuel cell.
First mark of the fuel lines. Look like they're in. Man, this project's coming close to being done. I am so excited to see this damn thing run finally. Woo! In the voice of Ric Flair. Building the top 5 worst donks. So as you see it is what you're gonna get. And this is how I'm gonna ride it.
And we finally got sponsored by Max Speeding Rods, and they supplied us with these 2 brand new turbos.
So we're swapping out the old turbos, which they're basically brand new, never been used, that we're gonna eventually be giving away on the channel. Max Speeding Rod, man. Y'all make sure to check them out. Like this one's cool, look at that. Nice.
So we ended up heading to the East Coast to purchase some budget 26-inch rims and a new to me interior. Everything was set in and plumbed, and today is the day where we're gonna fire this thing up. Well, guys, man, we're excited. Today is the day we get to fire up this Donk, junkyard Donk, man. We've been working on it, doing a lot of stuff. We brought it back from the dead. Motor's ready to go. I'm here with my buddy Charles, and we're gonna basically make it happen, man.
So just putting the fuel pump wire back on real quick. Just plug the coils back in. We're getting ready to see if this thing will light off.
Love God, love family, love racing. Here we go.
It's alive.
Let me cut it off, man. I'm excited. So there you have it, guys. The junkyard Donk, ready to hit the streets, man. We got to tune it a little bit, adjust a couple things here and there. Got to do the front brakes on it and put some sheet metal stuff back on, put the interior back on, man, and we're ready to cruise, brother. So appreciate everybody watching. Thank you for subscribing, for liking, and I'll see you on the next one. God bless.